Right then, hello and welcome back to ToCA Race Driver 3 as we get ready for the last championship in Tier 22 is of course the Palmer Jaguar JP1, and the criteria for this one to finish 3rd or above in this championship. The later championships or the tiers will get progressively harder, so it'll be a case of finishing 2nd or above or just outright finishing 1st, but for now we're still finishing 3rd or above in the championship. This is going to be quite a lengthy championship as well because it's only 2 races but they're both 10 laps each. We have the Palmer Jaguar JP1 and the races end Oulton Park International for 10 laps and Hockenheim Grand Prix for 10 laps. Race rules, same as pretty much every other championship we've done so far. 20 cars on the grid, black and white flags, and the points go down to 10th place. And of course we're not qualifying either. So the KQ Motorsport we're going to be racing for then, and the car is 800 kilograms, 261 brake horsepower, 0 to 60 in a mere 3.9 seconds. Right, let's get the first race then underway. Right then. And we are go.
We need good results from this championship. I'm counting on you.
Yeah, we're going to get good results, don't worry. Now this is another glitch championship where the simulation handling doesn't really work. The car is pretty much uncontrollable. You have to slow down way too much for the corners. And yeah, it's just an absolute pain in the backside. So again, I've had to turn off simulation handling just so the cars are controllable. But yeah, this one shouldn't be too bad.
Keep chopping down that competition. Great overtaking.
Yep, I'm trying. Up into 8th at the moment. But yeah, I did try the championship with sim handling on, and it was awful. The car wouldn't turn at all. You'd have to slow down way too much for the corners, and that gave the AI a massive advantage where you couldn't really catch up to them. So yeah, a bit of a pain in the backside, but oh well.
The tyres are running at a perfect temperature. Keep it up.
Yep, thank you. Right, just 6 more cars to go. Be able to take a couple more here, I would think. Like so. That is lap 1 of 10 complete.
The car's not going to last if you keep crashing like that.
Oh, that wasn't a crash. That was a little
Back on the
bump.
track. The infield's going to slow your car down.
Shut up. Now, of course, this is the version of Oulton Park that was converted to GTR2 with the over-exaggerated bumps and jumps and everything else, especially going through this chicane up here as I've gone wide. Oops.
You've almost secured a podium finish. You can do it.
Yes, I'm going to do it. Shut up. And of course, once this tier is complete, we've only got 10 tiers to go. And it does change about 3/4 of the way up. The last of the 10 tiers, they go into just 2 events. And then 1 event for the last 2. Excuse me. Yeah, the cars themselves don't really like to handle very well, even with the sim handling turned off. They don't really have the best cornering ability. And as I mentioned, it was even worse with the sim handling turned on. You just couldn't turn. And the only way was to slow down a lot more than you really should around the turns. I've been doing some testing with the backwards compatible PS3 recently, just to see which games run and which don't, because unfortunately some games I do have just don't work at all. Namely the first WRC game that came out on the PS2. The menus and everything work fine, but as soon as you try and load a stage, the game just freezes and it doesn't work. So yeah, that's a massive pain. There is ways to combat the glitches on other games, and that is to install a config, but I don't really know how to go about doing that, and I don't really want to mess around with the internal, you know, coding of the PS3 just to get some games to work. So, oops, excuse me.
Not a great way to make friends.
I'm not here to make friends. I'm not here to make friends. I'm here to win races, so shut up.
And that's what I call slipstreaming. Great slipstreaming there.
So, yeah, when it comes to the PS2 backwards compatibility, some games are going to look a bit choppy, similarly to Forza 1, you know, and the backwards compatibility of the Xbox 360, you know, it's going to be fairly similar. There is an issue, though, with Gran Turismo 4. I think I read up in that the game freezes on the license tests. So, yeah, that might cause a few concerns when going through the Gran Turismo series in the near future, but oh well, we'll see how we get on anyway. We'll work something out, I'm sure. You know, I don't really want to use emulation for PS2 games and this, that, and the other, now that I've got the capture cards and everything, because there's just no need for emulation if you've got the hardware and the software to do it. But we'll see how it goes anyway. If some games are a bit too bad, then yeah, I might have to resort to emulating them at some point, but I'm not sure. I'll work it out anyway. It's going to be long down the line anyway, because I do like to go through games in chronological order. So by the time we get to Gran Turismo 4, you know, it's going to be, you know, a long way away. I haven't even started Gran Turismo 2 yet, so... And I'll be able to outbrake him, going through Deerly. There we go. They've taken the lead, and we've got 5 laps to go.
The tyres are starting to wear a little. Be careful in the corners.
Should be fine. The tyres should last. I mean, it doesn't say anything about mandatory pit stops, so we don't have to worry about that. Well, I think I should hold on to it. We got a massive lead. Oh, got shot at. Oh well, no worries. So it's a case of trying to beat our current fastest lap time, which is a 1:20.7. Got some damage to the wheels, engine, suspension and the gearbox, but it's only yellow damage, so it doesn't affect the car performance any. Now, I cannot work out the obsession with Codemasters and their ongoing over-exaggeration of the bumps and jumps on the track. Because, I mean, if you've raced around Oulton Park on a variety of other sims like AMS2, Assetto Corsa, you know for a fact that the track doesn't have massive inclines and jumps that litter the circuit, especially going through the chicane. But, I mean, this has been a problem since ToCA Race Driver 1, is that some tracks were just peppered with, you know, massive elongated bumps. And the worst one is definitely this up here. You go over this and you just it's bloody awful. And I don't know why they decided to convert this version of Oulton Park for GTR2, because it just doesn't work. Well, we should try and beat our lap record next time. Got 2 laps to go. What makes that one worse is that the bump is right in the braking line. So you try and brake and then your car is flying through the air, so you can't slow yourself down. Nope. Damage the suspension a bit more by going over the bumps. No! Oh my god, we were on course to blitz the lap time. Oh well, we got one more chance to do it.
Just hold on for the last lap.
You can hear the bumps and bangs from the suspension damage. Which again is not really affecting the handling of the machine. Right, that's better. Now we should beat the lap time by about 2 seconds-ish. No. Oh, we beat it anyway.
At the top end of this championship for now, so stay there.
Yep, so, yeah, not too bad. First race down and a victory. And there we go then, and not a bad way to kick off the championship. We won in the end by 9.63 seconds over Tyler and 12.24 seconds over Sargent. So the points at the moment, 21, 18, 16, 14, 12 and 10 for the top 6. As we've got one race to go then at Hockenheim GP. And here we are then. Last race. And go. Right, decent start-ish. We didn't lose any positions. Job is to just catch up and try and get another victory. Which shouldn't be too difficult, especially around this track. At least there's no massive mountains that you have to navigate.
You just showed great overtaking there.
Up into 5th. Oh, you absolute son of a bitch.
The infield's going to slow you down. You don't keep on the track.
I didn't bloody do it on purpose. God damn it, now we got all that bloody work to do again. Oh well, not too much of a hassle. We didn't actually pick up any damage from that either, so... Okay, back up into 8th place. We still got 8 laps to go.
You've almost secured a podium finish. You can do it.
Yeah, we're still a ways away from that at the moment.
Your tyres are wearing, but they should hold from now.
It's a bit early for them to start wearing down, isn't it? That means there's going to be nothing left. We're going to completely wear through the canvas. Okie dokie, another lap completes.
You're flying now. That was the fastest lap of the race. Come on, just this car to beat for
I'm bloody trying. Will you shut up?
That's a great example of slipstreaming.
Oh,
Are you trying to win the race? Or are you just trying to stop everyone else from finishing?
shut up. It's fine. The car just got very, very squirmy coming out of that corner on the grass, so I couldn't really do much else. Well, lap 5 of 10. And the thing I gotta do now is just try and protect the tyres. They're all bunched up behind, so that's good.
Hold on to that lead now.
Oh. Yeah, I'm trying. Oh,
If you don't want to receive a penalty.
will you sod off with those bloody... Oh, you went a bit wide. We're going to give you a cut track penalty. Piss off. God, this game is so inconsistent with its bloody penalty system. Oh, crap. Okay, it didn't give me a warning that time. Right, lap 7 of 10. So we've got 4 laps to go. Gotta be careful. Coming out of that hairpin as well also gives you a warning if you get it wrong. I don't think the car has actually picked up much in the way of damage. Looks very decent on the rear end. We got a broken headlight on the front, but besides that, not too bad.
Don't relax, and this race will be yours.
I'm not relaxing. Actually, I am relaxing because, you know, this race, I feel like Oulton Park is fairly easy, so no real problem. They're not pulling away that quickly either. They're still just there. Okay, coming round to the last lap.
Come on, finish this lap and you'll have this race won.
Yes, that is the whole point in a lap counter, Scotty. If you finish all the laps, you've won the race. Captain Obvious strikes again. I think we kept hold of the tyres fairly decently as well. They are starting to wear, but they haven't gone through into the red yet. Oh, crap. Nope, no penalty, we're good.
Looks like you have a bit of a problem with your suspension.
Nah, it's fine, it's all good. There we go. 2 wins out of 2. And we decimate the championship.
Alright, you're into the next championship. Come on in and we'll see what's next.
Yep, will do. So even though we were punted out of a top 5 position on lap number 2, we still managed to claw our way back for another victory. So that means we win over Tyler, who was 8.3 seconds back then at Ransford, Tapper, Cooper and Sargent in the top 6. And that means we win the championship then by a nice colossal 6 points over at Tyler. Ransford was second in the end with 28, Sargent with 26, and then there was a tie for 5th with Lomac and Tapper with 23 points. There we go, excellent, you completed the objective in the Palmer Jaguar JP1 Championship. Nice driving. And there we go, so The poll is still active for the Tier 23 Championships. At the moment, the DTM is leading. Last of the group, though, is the Group N Rally. So if the poll does continue its trend, then we will be doing the Group N Rally first, then the Formula 3, and then the DTM. But yeah, keep voting. Whatever gets the most amount of votes, we'll do last. Whatever gets the least amount of votes, we'll do first. Simple as that. But for now, I will leave it here. So thank you very much for watching, as always. And I'll see you very soon for the start of Tier 23. So take care, stay safe, and bye for now.